I've got a balloon here with a ping pong ball inside of it, and I'm going to blow it up. So the balloon is going to represent the uterus, and the ball is the baby's head. This part of the balloon represents the cervix before it is effaced or dilated. The cervix is like the neck of the uterus. When you have Braxton Hicks that are just like practice contractions, they're kind of from the sides like this. They don't do a whole lot to thin this out at all or cause any dilation. So real labor contractions, they begin at the top of the uterus and they move down the sides of the uterus. During the contraction, the muscle fibers at the top are shortening and they're getting thicker. Because it's becoming shorter and shorter and shorter, it's basically pulling that cervix up. It's much like when you flex like a bicep. When you flex the muscle, you're contracting the muscle. Then when you let go, the muscle then becomes longer again. And that's where the uterus is different. So as the muscle fibers contract and become shorter, when the contraction is over, they don't re-lengthen like other muscles would. Otherwise, it would pull it up and shorten and cause effacement and dilation, and once the contraction was over, it would go back to where it was before. As those muscle fibers shorten, it's pushing baby down. If baby is in optimal position with a well-flexed head, meaning that the chin is tucked into the chest, then the presenting part will be the crown. The shortening uterus is causing more and more and more pressure on the cervix, which is causing that effacement and dilation. So just to demonstrate here, as I showed you, just little Braxton Hicks and stuff, they're not really going to make any change here. But real contractions, when they start from the top, they start pushing down like this. And so you can see that slowly we start to get effacement, which is the thinning out of the neck of the uterus, which is the cervix. And so a lot of times the first contractions or earlier contractions of labor are working on effacement rather than dilation, although of course it can happen and does happen very much at the same time as well. And this demonstration works better to show effacement than it does dilation because we're not going to get this dilated to a 10. But as you can see, as the head is pushed down, that neck is going away. That is what effacement is. So at this point, you can see we have pretty much no neck anymore. You would call that fully effaced.